Safeguarding the health of local residents, Tzu Chi's Health Promotion Center in Suzhou, China celebrates its 5th anniversary. Tzu Chi gives financial aid for families with children from Visso, Italy, who are still struggling to rebuild after the 2016 earthquake. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Marilee Shoda. Thank you for joining us. We begin today's program in China. The Tzu Chi Health Promotion Center in Suzhou has recently celebrated its 5th anniversary. For their celebration events, the center held a TCM-free clinic to give back to the community. The staff and medical volunteers also promoted vegetarian diets and exercises as ways to keep healthy.
Guo Mingchao is singing to express his gratitude to Tzu Chi's medical staff. Being partially paralyzed for 6 years, he seeks medical help at Suzhou Tzu Chi Health Promotion Center TCM department very often.
We are grateful to Tzu Chi's big family. For many years, they not only provide treatment, but also guidance and counseling, which is very important.
As Suzhou Tzu Chi Health Promotion Center celebrates its 5th anniversary, the medical staff hold a TCM-free clinic to serve the community. At the occasion, they promote exercises as well as vegetarianism.
As disasters frequently take place around the world, we will continue to uphold the mission the Master has given us and safeguard health and life, as well as promoting vegetarianism.
For 5 years, Suzhou Tzu Chi Health Promotion Center has been promoting preventive medicine, influencing the local medical culture.
In the beginning, the medical staff were simply carrying out their duties. However, now, as they accompany the patients, they also have Tzu Chi's humanitarian spirit.
In China, this is the only Tzu Chi medical organization. We really hope Tzu Chi's medical humanitarianism will integrate with the local culture in China, so more people can understand it and learn from it.
With its unique medical culture, Suzhou Tzu Chi Health Promotion Center will continue to move forward based on this solid foundation.
Safeguarding the health of all those in need, no matter their race or color. Tzu Chi volunteers in Bangkok, Thailand have long been holding free clinics for refugees for the past 3 years. In the past, they would have to set up and tear down the venue each time. But now that a permanent free clinic office has been established at the Bangkok Jinsu Hall, helping refugees get the medical help they need is even easier.
A permanent clinic has been set up in the Bangkok Jinsu Hall. The volunteers do not have to spend time setting up and taking down tents. At the first free clinic by appointment, over 100 refugees came for the service.
These refugees will live here for years. Their families may include children, and I believe every child, whether he is a refugee or a Thai, is born equally.
One mother came with her 3 children because they all have fever. The doctor treats them attentively and suggests that these children who seem to have the dengue fever be taken to the hospital for more examinations.
Many refugees do not have money to see doctors, but they're still concerned about their health and that of their families. So they came here for Tzu Chi's free clinic. I'm glad to help them.
Doctors, nurses, pharmacists, translators, and Tzu Chi volunteers completed the task together. The refugees also support Tzu Chi's international relief work.
Because we live together on earth, so we belong to one family, and we're brothers and sisters.
As the refugees make donations, they are making a difference, just like the Tzu Chi volunteers who served on this day.
Keeping healthy is an important lifestyle choice, as one might be within their BMI level but still have much hidden visceral fat, which in the long run can harm our body's cardiovascular function as well as lead to diabetes. Today we learned some ways to reduce the body fat in a more gentle, healthier way. To improve one's body shape, some might just eat less. However, if that isn't combined with exercise, the method might not actually help to slim down, instead turn into concealed obesity.
Using this method to decrease weight will cause the muscles of his body to also decrease and actually end up adding on more body fat, which can increase your likelihood of having more visceral fat.
Under exercise and controlled diet, sometimes one still cannot decrease the weight, as the reason might be in the foods you eat. Especially for those who have much visceral fat, it is advisable to avoid eating refined processed products and eat only whole natural foods instead.
糙米饭或者是紫米。
Brown rice, purple rice, whole grain wheat, or sweet potato can replace white rice, as those unprocessed grains contain more dietary fiber and phytochemicals, which helps to control our weight.
是可以帮助我们就是控制体重。
One can also change the cooking method, using mostly steamed, braised, and blanching instead of stir-frying or other oily cooking methods. On the other hand, rearranging the order you eat certain food might help with blood sugar stability and hunger fulfillment.
When your blood sugar level is not stable, one feels hungry fast. If you change the order you eat items, for example, if we eat items filled with dietary fiber first, then protein, then lastly carbohydrates, then our blood sugar level will rise more slowly.
Those who suffer from concealed obesity must exercise to reduce their visceral fat. Each week, they must exercise 5 times a week at an increment of 30 to 60 minutes of aerobic exercise, combined with muscle training.
Aerobic exercises basically helps our overall metabolism level. It also helps to reduce the overall body weight as well as waistline and thigh area. Strength training helps to add muscle definition.
Sufferers can do simple exercises at home to strengthen their muscles, such as sitting on the floor with their knees bent and lifting their upper body and straightening their back as they breathe out. This type of strength training can train core muscles, while squats can help with the thigh muscles.
Training for the abdomen can use exercises such as sit-ups and crunches. As these types, no matter if it's raising the upper body or lower body, it helps to train the abdomen. Deep squats not only help strengthen the buttock, but also the thigh.
To rid of one's visceral fats, besides exercising, one mustn't ignore proper dietary restrictions, sleeping regularly, and reduce stress. It's only under the control of multiple factors can one really have a healthy lifestyle. Central Italy was struck with earthquakes last year. Among the severely affected towns was Visso, where 90% of the homes were destroyed. The local school has also not resumed classes, which means children must travel to other towns to continue their education. This has caused a burden on the family's financial situation. A local entrepreneur who has long known about Tzu Chi asked the volunteers to come help his people. A year after an earthquake devastated Visso, Italy, structures in the town are still left in ruins. Even the government officials are still working in temporary quarters. There seems to be no timeline to the rebuilding, yet it is in these moments that Tzu Chi volunteers are here to distribute financial aid.
Although the Tzu Chi volunteers kept apologizing for keeping us waiting, Tzu Chi's efficiency is still much faster than the government's assistance. The aid distribution has awakened the victims' hope for the future.
Businessman David Ottaviano and his Taiwanese wife have long known Tzu Chi. It was the two of them that helped bring this aid to this town.
Visso is my father's hometown. With Tzu Chi volunteers being here helping and giving them assistance, it has truly warmed their hearts. To me, this is very meaningful.
Though rain poured down on the day of the distribution, volunteers from 3 European countries still fulfilled their promise, as they wish to ensure children of 70 households could attend school without worries.
This money can help me purchase school supplies for my children when they go back to school, and it's also a spiritual support for us.
I'm surprised and shocked. I didn't think anyone would come help us. Tzu Chi volunteers are really displaying their helping spirit through this cross-border love.
Tzu Chi's love and care has united the residents of Visso to look brightly towards the future, as volunteers hope the victims can restore their life to normal soon. Taiwan has a national health insurance program, and citizens can also buy personal medical insurance to help them when they face illnesses. Cambodia, however, doesn't have such options. To get a better understanding of this issue, public hospitals require a registration fee of about $2.75 together with clinic fees of $5. Private hospitals may charge $6 for registration and $30 for the medical visit. While public hospitals may charge less, the medical care the Cambodians receive is very inadequate.
Getting sick or emergency medical treatment may not be an option for many in Cambodia. Royal Phnom Penh Hospital is Cambodia's premier medical facility. It treats an average of 250 patients daily.
Today I feel sore throat. Sore throat, yes, and some headache.
Yeah, so how many days?
Oh, maybe around 3 days.
So had a fever also?
No.
In addition to the various departments staffed with specialists, the hospital also has advanced equipment, including a hemodialysis center, intensive care, and other special units. But the number of daily hospital visits is less than what a single department in a hospital in Taiwan sees each day, leading many to wonder what the problem is.
会来这里看诊的人就是
Most of the people who come here are local citizens, and many of them are quite economically well off because diagnosis and treatment here is quite expensive.
有点贵。
In general, the medical situation includes registration fees, clinic fees, tests and exams, and medicine means that the average trip to the doctor could cost between $50 to $100, and staying in the hospital for severe illness can cost between $300 to $1,000. Delivery at the hospital, whether it is natural or cesarean, is even more expensive. According to official 2017 data regarding basic wages, clothing and footwear workers' monthly salary is just $153. This means that the Cambodian folk saying of illness causes bankruptcy is quite accurate. While there are many advanced hospitals in Cambodia, much of the general public are actually quite sick with no access to treatment. Phnom Penh's Sihanouk Avenue has one area which is crowded all the time, which is referred to as a pharmacy street. Business is so good that there is even someone taking care of traffic outside, as these pharmacies are even busier than banks. Some doctors have privately revealed that many Cambodians buy their own drugs when they get sick, often leading to multiple drug resistances.
Generally speaking, when they have a small illness, they go to the pharmacy to buy drugs and take them for 3 or 4 or 5 days. If it has no use, they'll come to us typically when the illness is much more serious.
Roger Zhang is 42 years old and the director of the Formosa Clinic. He is proud of lifting the quality of medical care in Cambodia for the past 10 years.
This is our internal medicine clinic. We also offer ENT treatment as well as ultrasound. This side is our emergency surgical department with some drugs for emergency treatment, along with emergency equipment here providing full treatment services. We basically offer all clinic services. I'm trained in emergency care and have done internal and OB/GYN care. The only thing I haven't done is deliver a child.
Relying on his emergency room skills, Roger Zhang brought nursing students from Hong Kong University to Phnom Penh for a special experience. This Taiwanese-style diagnosis means registration costs just $20 US. Over the past 4 years, a lot of locals and Taiwanese businessmen have become loyal customers.
They are from Taiwan, so it's quite an intimate feeling like our hometown. It gives us a great feeling of security.
This small hospital has high aspirations. In addition to servicing compatriots, it also takes into account the economic conditions of Cambodian people, sometimes charging them half of their normal fees, taking only $10 US. It also seeks to provide Cambodian physicians with job opportunities and relevant clinical experience. We just want to help with medical care in remote areas, helping them enhance their medical quality. We hope our countrymen can go overseas and provide medical care which could provide more opportunities in the future. There's still a lot of room for development here, and we hope that Taiwan can invest more resources here. Members of the royal family used to go to Thailand, Vietnam, China, and Singapore for treatment, showing little trust in the medical environment in Cambodia. Taiwan once again is working in a country which is not a diplomatic ally, showing its compassion and identity as a world citizen, helping them in the important area of medical care.
If the large cities in Cambodia's medical network are undeveloped, can you imagine how the healthcare system is in remote regions? As an international NGO, Tzu Chi has brought its years of medical free clinic practices to the country to partner with local NGOs to fill the healthcare needs of local impoverished residents. Cambodia's economic growth breaks 7% year after year, yet more than 2 million of the population live below the poverty line. There are slums as well as high-rise buildings.
My high blood pressure medicine costs about $50 to $60 US, and it lasts me about 20 days. Then I need to go back to the hospital to get more. I've borrowed money 3 times and owe about $300 US, all for my medicine.
Poverty can be found in the city, not to mention remote townships.
I'm a low-income resident. The doctors will see me and I can stay at the hospital. But if my illness is more severe, I'll need to go to the hospital in Phnom Penh, which I don't have the ability to do so.
Kampong Cham is located 126 kilometers from Phnom Penh. Cham Karlu district is a significant producer of rubber. The local hospital, Cham Karlu Referral Hospital, lacks central air conditioning and other basic medical equipment. Doctors are often not there. The hospital's ambulance turns into a promotional van as this news of a free clinic is a big deal for the local residents. Has had this back tumor for 15 years.
I'm really happy because I don't have the ability to see doctors. Each doctor here is like an angel helping us. We don't stop to rest in order to see more patients. I'm really without words to describe my gratitude.
Tzu Chi partners with Teco Volunteer Youth Doctor Association, a half-government-funded NGO, to host a free clinic.
Actually, our government is working hard on our medical program and other social benefits for our people. Our country needs to rebuild after a war, so it's rather difficult. We need much government support and other NGOs to help our citizens.
Tzu Chi, an international NGO, uses its medical equipment and expertise to help this country, whose charity works have just begun. In Turkey, Tzu Chi volunteers have long been caring for Syrian refugees, and therefore many refugees seek help from Tzu Chi when in desperate situations. One such family has a baby girl with abnormal fingers and toes, but lacked the funds for the baby to undergo needed surgery. After borrowing some money from their families and friends, they also asked the Tzu Chi Turkey chapter for help so their little girl could receive the corrective surgery.
6-month-old Samaha is lovely with big round eyes. However, her fingers and toes are congenitally deformed. Therefore, her family has been seeking medical help for her.
We've sought help from 5 public hospitals. Can Tzu Chi Foundation help us out?
Those 5 public hospitals cannot conduct the needed surgery. Only a Syrian doctor at a private hospital is willing to operate on her at the cost of about $2,900. Samaha's family borrowed money from their families and friends. In addition, they sought help from Tzu Chi Turkey chapter.
Our hearts go out to them. Upon learning that they have been borrowing money from families and friends, we hope to lessen their financial burden.
Samaha's family is one of the Syrian refugee families that Tzu Chi has been caring for. Samaha's mother, who's only 18, has another child and she's pregnant again. Therefore, the family faces heavy financial burden. Upon learning that Tzu Chi will lend a helping hand, the young mother expresses her gratitude.
May Allah bless you so you will have a great future.
Two days later, Tzu Chi volunteers accompany Samaha and her family to the hospital.
With the help of Tzu Chi Foundation, the baby girl can finally undergo the needed surgery. Her grandmothers and parents, along with Tzu Chi volunteers in Turkey, have come to the hospital this morning so that they can undergo the operation.
She is not afraid of strangers, and she is holding on to me tightly.
Your life will be different from now on. You will become a beautiful girl.
The surgery goes smoothly.